Good morning, my dear students of Standard 9. Welcome back to the chemistry class. Dear students, we are talking about chapter 1 from your chemistry book, Concept of Chemistry. Today, here, the first we will learn the lesson, that is the process of research in chemistry. What is research? The process to glean knowledge by experimenting is known as research. To gather the knowledge by doing the experiment is research, and the person who carries out such research is called a scientist. Now, there are some steps for doing this research. So now, steps in a research in chemistry. Our first step is topic selection. In the first step of a research, you need to determine what you want to learn or what new thing you want to invent. That is called topic selection. Now, our second step in research is acquiring relevant information. That means in this stage, you will read some books or some papers from the internet or any other sources to gain the relevant information. Now, our third step is planning of experiment. In this step, you have to set up the plan. How will you do the experiment? Now, in this planning, you can gather the knowledge. You can make the plan that what apparatus and what reagent for doing the experiment are needed. Now, our fourth step is experiment. In this step, the procedure is started. That means this is the procedure of your experiment. So, you can start your experiment. Now, after doing the experiment, you will get some data. So, our fifth step is data collection and analysis. In this step, you will collect the data and record it in your notebook. And the last step is result and resolution. Here, the final result is calculated. By doing the experiment in step by step, a researcher does his experiment. For example, to observe the temperature change while dissolving a compound like ammonium chloride into water, at first you have to select this topic. That means you will observe the temperature change while dissolving ammonium chloride into water. After that, you will acquire the relevant information about this experiment from anywhere, from any book, internet, journal or any other way. Then you have to set up your plan for doing the experiment. That means you will collect the necessary chemicals, that means ammonium chloride, water, and also the necessary apparatus for doing this experiment. Now, your fourth step, that means the main step, the procedure, the experiment. Here, you will start the experiment. That means you will collect some ammonium chloride and you will dissolve this ammonium chloride into water, and you will increase the amount of ammonium chloride step by step, and every time you will record the data. You will observe the temperature change while dissolving ammonium chloride into water. Now you will record the data, that the change of temperature while dissolving ammonium chloride into water. After that, you will calculate the result, and it will be observed that with increasing amount of ammonium chloride, the temperature of water will become decreased. That means finally you will get the result that dissolving ammonium chloride into water will decrease the temperature. So it is an endothermic process. Now, lab safety. Dear students, you know in chemistry lab all the chemicals are very dangerous, and also there are many apparatus made of glass. So we have to be very careful while doing the experiment in laboratory. Safety measures used in laboratory. The place where scientific experiments are held is called the laboratory, and the place where experiments of chemistry are held is called chemistry laboratory. And we know there are various chemicals in a chemistry laboratory. Almost all chemicals are harmful to some extent for us as well as our environment. Most of the apparatus in a chemistry laboratory are made of glass. Therefore, we need to be very careful from the moment of entry into the laboratory to the moment we come out. Therefore, we need to wear an apron, and the apron should be knee long and the sleeves will be up to your wrist. That means its length will be up to knee and its sleeves will be up to your wrist. You will use hand gloves and safety goggles on your eyes. Some of these safety dress and kits in a laboratory are apron, hand gloves, safety goggles, mask, etc. Now, we need to learn the nature of a chemical before using it. We need to know whether that is toxic, explosive, flammable, or radioactive. This can be understood by everyone if some signs are given on the containers where the chemicals are kept. Now we will know about the sign of the chemicals, their risk and precautions. First one, explosive materials. Explosive materials, its sign should be this, that is kept on the container where that type of materials are kept. That type of materials are TNT, that means trinitrotoluene, organic peroxide, nitroglycerin, ammonium nitrate, sodium nitride, etc. These are explosive materials. Friction and fire may cause serious explosion from these. So we should be more careful while handling these. Flammable material. Its sign like this. Which are flammable materials? Alcohol, ether, magnesium powder, zinc powder, petrol, aerosol, etc. These may catch fire quickly. Therefore, we need to keep them away from fire or heat. Now, toxic material. Its sign is this. Benzene, chlorobenzene, methanol, cadmium salt, chromium salt, etc. are toxic materials. These are poisonous substances. If we come in touch or inhale them, they may cause harm to our body. So we should be more careful while handling these. This sign is given for the irritant substance. Irritant are cement dust, light acids, base, soap powder, nitrous oxide, etc. are irritant, because these substances irritate us. They cause irritation on skin, eyes, and also they cause breathing problem. We must wear apron, hand gloves, and safety goggles while handling them. Now, hazardous substance. This type of sign is kept on the container of hazardous substance. Which are hazardous? Benzene, toluene, xylene, etc. And they cause irritation on skin and harm to our health. We must wear aprons, hand gloves, and safety goggles while handling them. These are radioactive substances. For radioactive substance, this sign is given. Uranium, radium, etc. are radioactive substances. They emit harmful rays which may cause diseases like cancer. We need to be extremely cautious in handling these. Dangerous for environment. This type of sign is given for this type of chemicals. They are ammonia, chlorine, turpentine oil and some pesticides. These are dangerous for the environment. We should be careful while using these. They have to be recycled also. That means after using them, if they are recycled, then they will not go to the environment and they will not pollute the water or air or soil. Now, corrosive substance. They can corrode our skin. HCl, sulfuric acid, drain cleaners, strong bleach solutions, that means bleaching powder. These are corrosive substances. They cause injury to body in contact, and inhale of these chemicals may cause injury inside the body. So we should be more careful about handling these chemicals. So dear students, these are the chemicals and the signs that should be given on the container where the chemicals are kept. Today, up to this chapter has been finished. So dear students, goodbye everyone. Thanks to all.